Hello my dears, I'm Karin and you're watching my channel Kater on Bike. Usually I share with you here selected trips or tours that I've undertaken with my bicycle. This video, however, is a little different, though ultimately it has to do with a cycling trip too. Yes, you're right, I'm on my way to Hamburg Airport. So let me explain. If you watched episode 42 of my Camino de Santiago series, which covers the stage between León and Santa Catalina on the Camino Frances, you might remember the green monster. By that I mean the bridge that crosses the railway line just before Astorga, zigzagging up and then zigzagging back down again. It was around that time I posted that video when the algorithm suggested I check out another channel. Farmer having fun. Have a look at it if you like. At that time, Farmer was also in the middle of documenting her own Camino journey. She had been traveling on foot during the months October and November, while I had been on my bike from August through October. So we met only virtually on YouTube, but we stayed in touch and became online friends. Now, however, the opportunity arose for us to finally meet in person. My YouTube friend from the west coast of the US was planning a trip to Italy, and she asked if I'd be interested in meeting up with her in Turin. And so the planning began. We couldn't believe it was true that we were actually able to meet in person, even though our meeting started with a slight delay because one of her flights had been cancelled. I had never been to Turin before, so now I had some time to check out this magnificent town before my friend would arrive. I checked into my hotel near Porta Susa station, which I could see from the window, and began exploring. Turin is a lovely city with beautiful architecture. In many streets, pedestrians can walk under arcades to be protected from hot sunshine. Usually these arcades are lined with cafes and lots of interesting shops. And here are some more impressions of this amazing place, which somehow seems to preserve a somewhat quaint atmosphere. The town is nicely structured and every so often you come to an amazing square. And just look at the detail of some of the buildings. Also, I find Turin is surprisingly green, with trees everywhere. As the city's coat of arms contains a bull, they don't just have a bull statue right inside the train station, but also these drinking water dispensers all over town. The town is much bigger than I had anticipated, so public transport came in handy from time to time. In the center, many streets are pedestrianized. However, although it appears to be a great town to walk around in, I wouldn't exactly advise anyone to cycle around here. Anyway, this little video is not about cycling. Perhaps it has more to do with friendship, a friendship born on the Camino de Santiago, even though we had never met before in person. And while I'm still waiting for my friend to arrive, I explore a little bit more of the town. And then I receive a message that she and her husband have arrived, and I make my way up to the meeting point. And there we are, Farmer and Carter. As it is lunchtime, we go for some delicious pasta. Afterwards, we walk around a bit and eventually have an ice cream in a shady park behind the palace. Next day, we have arranged to meet at Mole, kind of Turin's landmark, which I had already spotted from the airplane. A lift is taking us up to the viewing platform. The views from up there are amazing, and you can see the extent of the town. Inside Mole is the cinema museum, which we skipped because we found the entry fee is quite expensive. Anyway, after we have enjoyed the amazing views over Turin, we walk over to the market halls. There is also a large complex full of little restaurants. We sit down for a while and talk and eat and eat. So much food. And of course we need to inspect the actual market halls where you can buy all the fresh stuff. The abundance here is simply dazzling. Then it's back to the town centre, and Farmer and me spend the afternoon in a cafe. After all, we have lots to talk about. It's true when they say the Camino provides. Camino pilgrims do find each other, no matter where they're from, and even when they're not on the Camino. While for me it's back home the next morning, Farmer and her husband are staying a little longer. So if you want to see more of Turin, check out Farmer's videos. You'll find the link to her channel in the description below. So if you enjoyed this video, even though it didn't involve any cycling project as such, but somehow evolved out of my bike tour from Koblenz to Santiago, please leave a like. My next video series will be about a cycling project again. As always, thanks for watching and hope to see you soon.